Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from the 1978 Red Sox replay. It's going to be game number 116 of the season. It's going to be game 4 of a 4-game series with the Milwaukee Brewers at Fenway Park. Unfortunately, the Red Sox have lost the first 3 games of the series and are now 5 games out of first place and third place. New York Yankees are in second place with 1.5 games out. So, Red Sox will hope to win today in order to get a little bit closer, to get within 4 games, and to salvage a game from the series so they do not get swept. So on the mound for the Brew Crew is going to be Andy Replogle. For the Red Sox, it's going to be their ace, Mike Torrez. Well, one of their aces, along with Dennis Eckersley. Torrez having a slightly better season, in my opinion, so far. So with that, let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty. So in the actual game, the Red Sox did win this game. Mike Torrez won his 14th game to go 14-6. So, which would mean that the rest of the way, he would go 2-7. So, as the Red Sox fell apart and lost that 1-game series, playoff series to the Yankees. So hopefully that will not happen this year. And they were actually in first place, I believe, at this time. So they're in third place now. But that might be worked to their advantage as they can work their way back into it. So Mike Torrez comes into this game in the replay with a 13-4 record. So even better than he did in the actual season. So if he wins today, he will go 14-4, which is 2 less losses than he had in the actual season at this time. With a 3.04 earned run average, or an ERA is almost a full run better than his than it was at this for the season. At this time, he had a 3.86 earned run average. So he just didn't get the run support pretty much by the Red Sox after this, is what it tells me. He's pitched 175 innings, has allowed 165 hits. So that's better than in the actual season where he allowed 22 more hits than innings pitched, 60 walks and 87 strikeouts, and surrendered 15 homers. So the lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers is going to be Robin Yount, the shortstop, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Don Money, the first baseman. Ben Ogilvy, the right fielder, will hit third. Batting cleanup is Larry Heisel, the left fielder. Cecil Cooper is the DH again today, hitting 5th. Sal Bando, the third baseman, hits 6th. Gorman Thomas has moved up a spot in the order, hitting 7th and playing center. Jim Gartner, the second baseman, hits 8th, and Charlie Moore is again behind the plate, hitting 9th. So that's your lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers. Red Sox defense is exactly the same as it was in yesterday's game, except for Fred Kendall, who's behind the plate, who is below average range and a bad arm with a +3. And Torrez with a +7, so the runners get on today, they're probably going to be stealing. So best way to avoid that is to keep runners off base. So we'll see how the Red Sox can do. And also, Kai Yastrzemski is again not in the lineup today. It's going to be Gary Hancock at DH. All right, so Torrez looks in for the sign from Kendall. Robin Yount hitting .288 on the season with 5 homers and 33 runs batted in, steps into the box. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be off the 3 column. And that'll be a base hit up the middle. So Yount is on with a leadoff single. Scott will hold him on. Hobson and Scott are playing in for Money. Money comes in hitting an even .300 with 9 homers and 46 runs batted in. It's going to be off of his 3 column also. And it'll be a ground ball to Hobson at third, over to second for 1, back to first. And they do not get the double play, but they do get the lead runner as Yount is erased. So 1 down and Money at first now. Scott will hold them on. Ogilvy hitting .292 on the season with 11 homers and 43 runs batted in. And Money has 3 for 3 in stolen bases this year. Does not seem to be getting much of a jump off of Torrez, thankfully. And it's going to be off the 6th column. And he'll draw the walk. So it'll put runners on first and second for the dangerous Larry Heisel. Heisel was held hitless yesterday's game, but he does have 30 homers and 84 runs batted in, along with a .277 batting average. So Torrez has to be careful with him. So here's the windup and the pitch. And he'll get him to pop up. Burleson calls for it and makes the catch. So 2 down now. Infield fly was called on the play. So it'll bring up Cecil Cooper. See if he can get the run home. Cooper comes in hitting .319 with 6 homers and 27 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. It's going to be a range check for Rice. Gets in front of it. And he'll put it away for out number 3. So Milwaukee does not score in the top of the first, and it's Milwaukee nothing and Boston coming up. Replogle comes in having an excellent season with an 8-1 record. Won just 9 games on the entire season, so he's on a pace to possibly beat that. He is up to 102 pitches out of the 149 he pitched for the entire season, so he's got a few more starts left in him, so he could win 10 games possibly. Hopefully he'll stay at 8 today. His ERA is 3.10. He's pitched 102 innings, allowing 121 hits, 19 walks, and 32 strikeouts, and has surrendered only 3 home runs on the season, so that has helped him tremendously, lowering his ERA by almost a full run. So the Red Sox lineup is as follows. Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will hit first. Jerry Remy will hit next, the second baseman. Jim Rice, the left fielder, hits third. Batting cleanup today is going to be Freddie Lynn, the center fielder. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, will hit fifth. Gary Hancock, the DH, hits sixth. George Scott, first baseman, hits seventh. Butch Hobson hitting eighth at third. And Fred Kendall behind the plate hitting ninth. So Burleson comes in hitting .271 with a homer and 37 runs batted in. And this will be off the 5 column of Replogle. And it'll be a ground ball to Money. Takes it on a hop, flips to Replogle. And that's 1 gone in the Red Sox first. Jerry Remy up now. Remy hitting an even .300 on the season with 2 homers and 35 runs batted in. And Remy will get a good pitch to hit here. And that's going to be a base hit to right. Takes a wide turn but heads back. As Ogilvy flips it to second. So the defense behind Replogle is, let's see here. Looks like pretty standard. I think Ogilvy is the only difference in there in the right field. He's below average range with an average arm. Gantner is the only one with below average range at shortstop, second base. Yount and Bando are above average range on the left side of the infield. Replogle is below average range on the mound and does not have a very good hole rating either, when Moore is below average range and an average arm behind the plate. So the Red Sox could be running here. Let's see here. I think we're going to let Rice hit away here first. We don't want to take the... We don't want Rice to... we want Rice with an opportunity to hit a 2-run homer here. Rice comes in hitting .306 with 33 homers and 97 runs batted in. And he's going to hit a ground ball back to the pitcher. 1-4 will be a base hit. Gets in front of it. And let's see what he does with it here. Over to Money. So Remy will move into scoring position now. So Lynn with an RBI opportunity here. Lynn comes in hitting .291 with 12 homers and 69 runs batted in. Chance to put the Red Sox on top. It'll be off the 4 column of Replogle. And it'll be a ground ball to Money at first. Gets in front of it. Oh. Looks like he's going to mishandle it here somehow. And he boots it. So Lynn is safe on the error. So that'll put runners at the corners with 2 down as the inning continues. Let's see if the Red Sox can take advantage of that. Evans comes in hitting .253 with 17 homers and 62 runs batted in. So here's the pitch to Evans. And Evans is going to get a hold on here. And the error does prove costly as Evans hits a 3-run homer over the Green Monster. So a huge error by Money, which continues the inning. So all those runs will be unearned. But the Red Sox will take it on the 3-run bomb. 18th of the season by Dwight Evans. And it's 3-0 Boston. So a good start for the Red Sox. Gary Hancock up now. Hitting .235 on the season with an RBI and 17 at-bats. And he's going to hit a fly ball to right. Ogilvy's there. And makes the catch to end the inning. But the Red Sox score 3 unearned runs due to the error on Money. And the Red Sox lead at 3-0 after 1. So Torrez with the lead now. Bando up to the plate. Bando hitting .268 on the season with 11 homers and 38 runs batted in. And he'll draw a walk. Second walk already for Torrez. And we have Gorman Thomas. He could put Milwaukee a little bit closer with one swing of the bat. He's having a great season, hitting .297 with 30 homers and 70 runs batted in. And it'll be up to 6th column. And he'll pop one up to Remy. Thomas swings late and hits a routine pop, and Jerry has it for out number 1. Bando will hold at first. Jim Gantner up now. Gantner hitting .317, 100 points better than his average on the season with 3 homers and 14 runs batted in. Only hit 1 homer in the actual season and only knocked in 8, so he's having a much better season in the replay. So Bando takes a walking lead. Torres steps off the rubber and looks Bando back to the bag. So it's going to be off of his 1 column. And he'll pop it up to second. And Remy again will make the catch for the second out. So Charlie Moore up now, hitting .291 with 8 homers and 35 runs batted in. He's also having a better season than he did in the actual season. .291 with 8 homers, 35. He only hit 5 homers in the actual season with only 31 runs batted in. And hitting 22 points above his season average. So it's going to be off the 4 column. Oh, just misses a base hit as Hobson catches the snow cones it. And that'll do it for Milwaukee in the second. So after 1.5, it remains 3-0 Boston. Bottom third of the order up now for the Red Sox here in the second. It's going to be Scott, Hobson, and Kendall. Scott hitting .243 with 10 homers and 34 runs batted in. And he'll draw a leadoff walk. So that'll bring up Butch Hobson. Hobson at .279 hitter on the season with 9 homers and 43 runs batted in. Power numbers are a bit down at this point of the season. And he's going to fly out to Thomas in center. The first out of the second. So Scott being held on by Money. Fred Kendall up now, hitting .200 on the season with 3 runs batted in. Does have 2 doubles on the season. And he's going to hit this one to the opposite field. Routine fly. Ogley ranges over and makes the catch. Scott heads back to first. So that'll bring up the top of the order. Burleson grounded out his first time up. And he will fly out to Heisel and left to end the inning. So it remains 3-0 Boston after 2. So top of the order, Yount will lead it off for the Brew Crew here in the third. Singled his first time up. And he'll do the same thing again. This time to left field. So Yount is on with a leadoff single. Don Money up now, looking to atone for his error. He hit into a force play his first time up. Yount tries to sneak away, but Torrez holds him closely. And it's going to be a hit and run here. And Evans is there to make the catch as Yount heads back to first. So 1 down now with Yount at first for Ben Ogilvy. He walked his first time up. And this could be 2. He hits one to Burleson. Over to Remy for 1. Back to first. And the Red Sox turn 2. So it remains 3-0 Boston after 2.5. Remy will lead it off for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the third. Singled his first time up. And this time he'll fly out to Ogilvy. Closes in on it and makes the grab. So it'll be Jim Rice. Grounded out his first time up. And Rice is going to get a chance to do some damage here. And he'll line a single to left. Sizzles past the out. So 1 out and 1 on for the Red Sox for Freddie Lynn. He reached on an error by Money, which opened the door for Evans' 3-run homer. And Lynn will get a chance to hit one here. Let's see what he does with it. And that's going to be a base hit to right. I think we're going to try that. 75% chance. Try to get him into scoring position with only 1 down. We're going to send it. And he'll go to third with no throw as it gets cut off. So runners at the corners for Evans, who had a 3-run home run his first time up. Has a chance to duplicate it here if he can get the right pitch. But he won't on this pitch. Let's see what he can do with it. And he was trying for it, but he missed it this time. As Replogle gets him for out number 2. So Gary Hancock with a chance to add to the Red Sox lead. He flew out his first time up. And it's going to be a fly ball to Thomas in center. Range check on Thomas. Oh, Thomas is not going to be able to get to it. Rice will come around the score. Let's see if they're going to send Lynn. 1 hops the wall. Hancock running hard out of the box. will get himself a double. So they'll hold Lynn at second. 1 run comes in. And it's 4-0 now, Red Sox. Brings up the boomer. George Scott walked his first time up. Base hit could score 2 here. And looks like Thomas has this one sized up. And he'll make the catch. The Red Sox do add another run and lead it 4-0 after 3. So 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox, with Milwaukee with no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. That error, a big one, which will open the door for a 3-run homer by Dwight Evans. So Heisel here to lead it off for the Brewers here in the 4th. Popped up his first time up. And he'll fly out to Evans in right. Long fly. But Evans is there to haul it in. So Cooper also flew out his first time up. He'll get a good pitch to hit here. And he'll line a single just past Scott and Remy. So 1 on and 1 out as Scott will hold on. Brings up Bando. He walked his first time up. And he'll hit one to center. High pop fly. Lynn moves to his left and makes the catch. Bobbled it a little bit, but caught it with his bare hand. So let's look at the scoreboard here. New York and Baltimore are tied at 2. Cleveland in front of Texas 3-0. Kansas City and Toronto tied at 2. Detroit edging Chicago 3-2. Minnesota clipping Oakland 5-1. Seattle shutting out California shutting out Seattle 6-0. And right here it's 4-0 Boston. So 2 down now for Gorman Thomas, who popped out his first time up, and it's going to be a pass ball on Kendall. So Kendall, not a very good defender, misses that one. Looks like he got crossed up. Should have caught that as Cooper moves into scoring position. And it's going to be a ground ball back to Torrez. He'll get in front of it. And throw over to Scott for out number 3. So through 3.5, it's Boston 4 and Milwaukee 0. Red Sox desperately need a win today. Hobson will lead it off for the Red Sox in the home half of the 4th. He flew out his first time up. And this time he'll line a base hit to left. Takes a wide turn. So it's going to be at Fred Kendall. Let's see see what kind of a bunter he is. He's a horrible bunter. Now we'll just have him hit away, I guess. So Kendall flew out his first time up. And he's going to get a hold of one here and lines this one down the line. It's going to go into the corner. And we're going to hold Hobson at third. So Kendall is on with a double. So 2 runners in scoring position now for Burleson. Looking for his first hit of the day. And will not get it, but hits from the Gantner. This will get the run home. No, actually it won't, as the infield was playing in. So Gantner looks Hobson back and fires to first to retire Burleson. So Remy up now, 1 for 2. He's going to pot. This won't do it either, as he pops up to money. So the Red Sox in danger of squandering runners on second and third with nobody out. Jim Rice up now. Singled his last time up, 1 for 2. And he'll draw the walk. Looks like they were pitching around Rice there. So it's going to load the bases for Freddie Lynn, who was 0 for 1 with a single and reached on an error. Oh, well, Lynn is going to get a good one to hit here. And that one's going to go into the corner. Hobson scores. Kendall will come around to score. They're going to send Rice. Oh, what the heck? Let's send the trailing runner. Why not? And Rice scores as Moore's ability to block the plate is poor. Lynn will move to third on the throw. So Lynn with a bases clearing double. And the Red Sox have opened this game wide open, 7-0. Crowd has been waiting all weekend for the Red Sox to do this, and they finally do it in the last game of the series. So Dwight Evans up now. Hit a 3-run homer in the first and struck out in the third. And Bamberger is going to bring in a pitcher for Replogle, so his day is done. He's responsible for Lynn at third. He'll bring in Willie Mueller. He comes in with no decisions, with a 9 ERA, 2 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. So here's the windup and the pitch to Evans. And Evans is going to hit one the opposite way for his second home run of the day. So Evans with a 2-run jack into the bleachers. And the Red Sox now lead at 9-0. So they could have used some of these runs in some of the other games. But we'll take it when we can get it. So even Gary Hancock is getting involved today. He had an RBI double his last time up. Average up to 263. And he's going to get his second double a day. Hits this one into the gap. Goes all the way to the wall. Into the triangle. Thomas tracks it down and will hold Hancock to a double. He was thinking 3. So the Boomer George Scott up now 0 for 1 with a walk. Ground ball to Yount at short. Gets in front of it. Throws the first and gets him. So after 4 full, it's the Red Sox now with a 9-0 lead. So Torrez with an extremely comfortable lead. Barring the total breakdown, Torrez should have his 14th win of the season. So Gantner will lead it off. He popped out his first time up. And he strikes him out. Curveball in the dirt. It's just the first K of the day for Torrez. Charlie Moore up now, lined out his first time up. And back-to-back Ks to start out the 5th inning. As Torrez gets more. So it brings up Robin Yount. He's been on with a pair of singles. Now this time he'll fly out to Lynn. Drifts over and makes the catch. So that'll do it for the Brewers, and halfway through it's Red Sox 9 and the Brewers nothing. Hobson will lead it off. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Mueller back out there for another inning of work. Range check on Money. He's got 1 error already today. Gets in front of it. And this time is able to handle it. Takes to the bag himself for the first out of the 5th. So that'll bring up Fred Kendall. He's 1 for 2 with a double. And he's going to ground one to Bando at third. Range check on Bando. Bando with a 2 range gets in front of it. And he'll make the play over to Money for out number 2. So to bring up Burleson. Burleson hitless on the day. Finally he's got a chance to hit one here. But it flies out to right. So Burleson remains hitless on the day. Then we have Don Money hit into a forced play in the first and flew out in the third. And he'll strike out in the 6th. So 1 gone in the Milwaukee 6th. So the Yankees head of Baltimore now 4-2. Munson's hit his 5th home run for the Yankees. Cleveland head of Texas 3-2. Toronto slipping by Kansas City 4-2. Detroit head of Chicago 7-3. Minnesota all over Oakland 8-1. California still shutting out Seattle 6-0. And here, Boston shutting out Milwaukee 9-0. Ogilvy up now 0-1 with a walk. And he's going to fly out to Evans and right for out number 2. And Evans had to actually dive for that one. But comes up with it. So great play by Evans. That'll bring up Larry Heisel, who was 0-2. And Heisel remains hitless on the day as he grounds out to Hobson. So we're headed to the bottom of the 6th with the Red Sox with a commanding 9-0 lead. Remy will lead it off. Single back in the first. 1 for 3. Be a range check on Gantner. He'll get to it. And make the play over to first to retire Remy. So that brings up Jim Rice, 1 for 3 on the day. Rice with a chance to get a hit here. His 2nd of the day, possibly. But he gets under it just a bit and flies out to Ogilvy. Ogilvy almost drops it, but holds on. So Fred Lynn up now, having a good day today. He's 2 for 3 with a double and 3 runs batted in. Had a bases clearing double his last time up. And he'll get a good one to hit here. And this time he'll get a single to right. So Lynn with his 3rd hit of the day. You are still out there. So money holding Lynn on. Evans up now. Evans player of the day so far. 2 homers and 5 runs batted in. He had a 3-run homer back in the first. And a 2-run homer in the 4th. Oh, can he make it 3? No. As Heisel will get to it. So he just missed that pitch. So after 6 full, it remains 9-0 Boston. So Torrez up to 73 pitches now. He'll face Cooper, Bando, and Thomas. Cooper 1 for 2 on the day. Make that 2 for 3 as he lines a single to center. Holds at first. So that'll be our Bando. And he's going to hit one to Burleson. This could be 2. It flips to Remy for 1 off the first. And it's a double play. So that'll empty the bases now for Thomas. Which is what you want when Thomas comes up, as he does have 30 homers on the season. And called strike 3. 4th K of the day for Torrez. And that'll do it for Milwaukee in the 7th. So 7th inning stretch time. Yesterday's question was very easy. It was who is the leading hitter and what was his average. It was Ty Cobb in Major League history. Let's see if this one is any harder. Oh, this one's even easier. Especially for a modern day fan. Father and son combination. Father, Ken, and son, Junior. And I'll give you a hint. Or else we just started a series yesterday on another player who is on the same team where the father and son played together, the Seattle Mariners. So, lock in your answers. This should be another easy one. Brought to you by Mr. Brody and Miss Mags. Here it is. 1970s and 1980s outfielder, and Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr., outfielder in the 90s. So that one, a pretty easy one there. Mr. Brody and Miss Mags taking it easy on us. So Mueller out there for his 3rd inning of work. Hancock having a great day too. He's 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles and an RBI. And this time he'll go round out to Bando for out number 1. So 1 gone in the home half of the 7th. Brings up George Scott. 0 for 2 with a walk. And he'll get his first hit of the day. Single up the middle. And I think we're going to take out Scott here. Let's see what players might need some work here. It is 9-0. If there's anybody here that is under 100%. Maybe bring in Brohammer, possibly. Brohammer cannot play first, though, so. Oops. Try that again. Brohammer can play second and third. So we will not have him come in there. Fisk, we'll give him the day off still. And Yastrzemski will have the day off. So we might bring in Brohammer later on for either Burleson or Remy. Let's take a look at Burleson and Remy. Oops. Burleson. 96. He's still a good percentage. How about Remy here? Remy. I think we're going to take out Remy either next at bat or his next inning. Let Brohammer come in. So Butch Hobson up now. Hobson's 1 for 3 with a single. Actually, we could bring him in for Hobson too. What about Hobson? What's Hobson's playability here? He's at 99%, so he's not bad. Alright, we'll just leave it. We'll let him hit for himself. 1 for 3 with a run scored. Scott gets his lead off first. Hobson will get a good one hit here. And Hobson said, don't take me out because I'm going to hit a 2-run homer. So Hobson adds to the Red Sox lead, and it's now 11-0. My goodness. So Fred Kendall now 1 for 3, and that's going to be it for Mueller. Bob McClure will come in. So McClure not too anxious to face this Red Sox lineup today. It comes in with a 6-3 record, 11 saves, 3.99 earned run average, 56 innings pitched, 57 hits, 19 walks, and 49 strikeouts, and has turned to 10 homers. So it's going to be out the 5 column, and that'll be a strikeout. So Kendall goes down on strikes, 1 for 4 on the day. So Rick Burleson hitless on the day. And it looks like he's going to remain hitless. But gets hit by the pitch. So his bad day continues as he gets hit. Right off of his helmet. Glances off the helmet. Looks like he'll be alright. So Burleson reaches the hard way. So McClure holds runners on pretty well, so Burleson probably won't be going anywhere. So Jerry Remy, he's hitless on the day. I think we're going to bring it. We're going to let Brohammer pinch hit for him. So Remy is not that great against. Actually, let's see here. I think we're going to bring in Bob Bailey to pinch hit. Why not, huh? Up by 11, why not? No, we're not going to have him play second, but we're going to have him pinch hit here. So Bob Bailey with a pinch hit appearance here, a rare pinch hit appearance. See if he can get something off of his 2 column. He cannot. But McClure's 4 column, so this could be good. Nope. Strikes him out. So Bob Bailey's 147 average will go down. Alright, so we're going to have Brohammer. Needs a little bit of work here. Not the greatest second baseman, but hopefully this won't cost us the shutout. But we're going to bring him in. There we go. So Brohammer comes in. Not that bad. Error rating a little high, but Range is okay, 3. Not going to kill us. So Gantner will lead it off against Torrez. Torrez up to 89 pitches through 7, so his pitch count is okay. So it's going to be off the 6th column. And that's going to be a double to straightaway center. And Lynn jumps and can't get to it. Pops out of his glove. So Gantner on with a leadoff double. So Charlie Moore up now. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Hey, Miss Mags. Miss Mags checking on Mr. Brody there. Yes, Miss Mags. Miss Mags got a lot to say here. Miss Mags very pleased with the Red Sox lead. Trying to get into the co-host. Oh, she is in the co-host. In the host seat now. Say hi, Miss Mags. Miss Mags has been trying to take over my job lately. So, alright. So, that'll bring up some more on with a single. So, that is going to put runners on the corners as Kendall goes out to top to Torrez. Tells him just to pitch strikes because he's up by 11. So the shutout not looking very good to stay intact, but Red Sox need a victory more than a shutout. But they can get both. That would be awesome. So Fred Robin Yount up now. He's 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. And then he gets his 3rd hit. Gantner will come around and break up the shutout. And Milwaukee is on the board. So there is action in the Red Sox pen. Torrez did pitch 10 complete innings in the Red Sox victory. The Red Sox had a 4-3 victory, pulling out the victory in the 10th. So Don Money up now. The runners on 1st and 2nd and nobody out. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. Lynn ranges to her right, juggles it, but finds the handle. And Moore holds at 2nd. So 1 down now. Ogilvy up now. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And this is going to be a range check on Brohammer right away. Brohammer 3 range. Oh, and that would have been a single for Remy too, so not his fault. And Moore comes around from 2nd. Score the 2nd Milwaukee run, 11-2 now. So runners at the corners for Heisel. And Heisel is going to get his first hit. Single to right. It's 11-3 now. Cecil Cooper up now, and they're going to bring in Bergmeyer. See if he can get the final out on, get a couple outs here. So Torres' day is done. But he does leave with an 11-3 lead, responsible for Ogilvy and Heisel. So Cooper has got a 2 for 3. Singles in his last 2 at-bats. There we go. That's where we wanted. The 6th column. This would be a ground ball to Scott. Gets in front of it. Oh, and Scott is going to boat it. No. E3. So that's going to load the bases. And that is going to be it for Bergmeyer as he got the ground ball he needed, but Scott boots it. Oh boy. Hoping to not have to go to the bullpen today, but I can bring in Campbell. He needs some work. So Bill Campbell comes in. Bergmeyer pitches just the 1 batter. So bases loaded with 1 down for Bando. 0 for 2 with a walk. Maybe a ground ball back to Campbell. Comes home for the out. That's all they'll get. So 1-2 on the put out. Brings up Gorman Thomas, who's 0 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. This will score 1. So it's 11-4 now as Milwaukee has put up 4 here in the 8th. Campbell looking to get the last out. He'll face Gantner, who's 1 for 3. Oh my goodness. A wild pitch by Campbell. It's 11-5, so Milwaukee has almost halved the Red Sox lead here. There we go. So Gantner ends up striking out. But Milwaukee puts up a 5 spot, and it's now a little bit closer, 11-5. Still a comfortable lead, but... So McClure up for his second inning of work. Rice will lead it off. 1 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. And Rice will get a good one to hit here. And Rice will make him pay. So Rice hits his 34th home run of the season to lead off the bottom of the 8th. And they get one back here. So 12-5 now, Red Sox. Brings up Freddie Lynn, having a good day, 3 for 4 with a double. Make that 4 for 5 as he lines a single to center. So Dwight Evans, 2 for 4 with a couple of homers and 5 runs batted in. And he'll get his 3rd hit of the day. And we'll hold the runner with nobody out. So Lynn will stop at second. So Gary Hancock has got himself a couple of doubles and 4 at-bats with an RBI. Get a good one hit here. Ground ball back to McClure. McClure's a 3 range. Gets in front of it. Throws over to first as Lynn and Evans move in the scoring position. So the corner's playing in for Scott, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored. And that's a ground ball to Bando at third. Dives to his right, takes it on a hop, fires to first. He's out. As the runners hold. That's hit right next to the bag. So two away now for Hobson. Hit a 2-run homer his last time up. 2 for 4 on the day. Yeah, that's a ground ball to out. Fires over to Money, and that's it. But the Red Sox get one back, and it's 12-5 now on the solo homer by Jim Rice. So Campbell come back out here to finish it off for the Red Sox here in the 9th. And it's going to be off of the 4 column. And it'll be a single to left. Robin out. It's got 3 singles on the day. Knocked in a run. His last time up. This will be a range check on Burleson. This could be 2. Over to Brohammer for 1. Back to first. And they turn 2. So 6-4-3 double play. So Milwaukee was down to their last out. Down by 7. And the Yankees edged Baltimore 8-7. So the Red Sox will need to win to keep pace. And to gain a game with the Yankees and to gain a game on the Brew Crew. Let's see here. What else? How the score is here. Cleveland edged Texas 4-3. Kansas City came back and edged Toronto 5-4. Detroit all over Chicago 10-4. Minnesota edged out Oakland 8-7. California 7-1 over Seattle. So Campbell will face Money, who's 0 for 4 on the day. Trying to get the last out here. And looks like he will as he hits one to Lynn. Circles under and makes the play. So the Red Sox win fairly easily by a score of 12-5. Mr. Brody very confident the Red Sox would pull it out, snoozing away through it. So Torrez gets his 14th win of the season. 14-4 now. Definitely solidifies his position as the Red Sox ace this year so far. 7 1/3 innings. 9 hits allowed. Not a wonderful day. Did allow 5 runs. Only 3 of them were earned though. All of them coming in the 8th. Two walks and 4 strikeouts. Bergmeyer pitched to just one batter and that runner reached on an error. Campbell pitched 1 2/3 innings. Allowed 2 hits and struck out 1. Replogle get his second loss of the season, now 8-2. He lasted just 3 2/3 innings. 8 hits, 8 runs, 5 earned runs. 2 walks and 1 strikeout, and surrendered a home run to Evans. Mueller, 2 2/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. 2 homers, I believe another one to Evans and one to, who was it, to Hobson. And McClure, 1 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, it was earned. 2 strikeouts, and that was a home run to Jim Rice. So, Red Sox hitters line up here. Burleson 0 for 4. Remy 1 for 4 with a run scored. Bob Bailey came in as a pinch hitter, was 0 for 1. Brohammer did not get in at bat, came in as a defensive replacement for... Actually, did he walk? I think he came in just as a defensive replacement. I don't think he got an at bat. Let's check and see if we can find out. Nope. Yeah, I think he came in. It's just a defensive replacement for Remy. Jim Rice had a fine day, 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Freddie Lynn, another great day, 4 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 3 runs batted in. But I think we're going to give player of the game, although Lynn had a fine day. We're going to give it to Dwight Evans, who was 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 5 runs batted in. 2 home runs. His 18th and 19th of the season. Rice hit his 34th of the season to lead the Red Sox. Hobson his 10th. Let's see. Gary Hancock, a good day at DH, 2 for 5 with an RBI. Scott 1 for 4 with a run scored. Hobson 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 2 runs batted in. And Fred Kendall was 1 for 4 with a double with a run scored. Attendance 30,845 on Sunday, August 13th of 1978. So the Red Sox salvage 1 of the series. Let's take a look at the standings. So let's see here. Don't really need any of that stuff, but so Milwaukee and Yankees both have 71 wins. The Yankees have played 2 more games, so they're a game with 2 more losses, so they're a game behind Milwaukee. Red Sox with the win and that pull within 4, 68 and 48. Kansas City and California remain tied at top. Kansas City percentage points ahead. As they have, actually Kansas City has played 6 less games than California. Wow. So that is it. So the Red Sox get a victory finally. And let's see, at this time of the season, they were 74-42. So they're 6 games behind their pace. Still plenty of time. So let's take a look at next game, game number 117. That's going to be Monday, August 14th, and they'll start another series with Milwaukee. So actually, this series is not over. Huh. So this is a 5-game series, really. Let's go with next game here. So this must be a makeup game or something like that, maybe. All right, so I guess it's going to be a 5-game series because we had a doubleheader on Saturday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-game series. So my bad. Red Sox still cannot win the series, but they can make it a respectable series. Milwaukee did win this game, so they have a chance to gain a game back. Milwaukee won this game 4-3. It's going to be Larry Sorensen against Bill the Spaceman Lee. So anything could happen in that game with Lee. And Strzemski's still not in the lineup. Gary Hancock in right field and Dwight Evans at DH. Ooh, that could be scary. So, all right, so join us for game number 117 as they face the Milwaukee Brewers. And let's just check and see where they're going after this. Then they'll be traveling to the West Coast to face the Angels, who are tied with Kansas City for first place. So their schedule does not get any easier. So take care, God bless, and we will see you in the next 1978 Red Sox 1978 replay. So check out our new series too, as we have a new series, as we mentioned earlier, for Action PC Baseball on the career of Ichiro Suzuki. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.